Hi guys, welcome to our video guide on how to set up your MeterPay online prepayment solution. Part 1, logging in and locating the dashboard. When you first purchase a meter with MeterPay solution, you will receive this email from noreply@meterpay.net. This will confirm your email address, aka your username and a temporary password, which you can reset in the future if need be. You should store this information as this is what you will use to log into the MeterPay portal. You can log in directly from the email by pressing login or by going to www.meterpay.net. Please check your junk folder if you can't locate the email. Once logged in, you will see this welcome page. You can access your scenario by clicking on Go to Owner's Dashboard and then click on the drop down with your scenario name. We have named our scenario test for this tutorial video. Then click My Deployments and you'll be taken to your MeterPay Owner's Dashboard. Part 2, changing your password. Once logged in, we recommend that you change your password so that you know what it will be in the future. At the top of the page, hover over User, then click Change Password. You'll need to enter your current password that you just used to log in. In this case, I already had it copied from logging in. This is followed by the new password that you will have to type in twice. You can use letters, numbers and typographical symbols. Be sure to use all these options to keep your password as safe as possible. Please make sure your new password matches or it will not work. Part 3, creating your Stripe account. On the dashboard, select Account Setup on the left-hand side, then in the menu, select My Stripe. Then select Configure Merchant Account. This will take you to your Stripe where you either need to create a Stripe account or log it into your existing Stripe account if you have one. We can't walk you through this part step by step as Stripe is essentially an online bank, so there are confidential parts of the setup, such as your bank details, that we do not manage. The setup is pretty straightforward and you should be able to follow the instructions throughout. If you have any issues, please contact Stripe directly on email by support@stripe.com as they do not have a phone number. Part 4, setting up Tariff. From the home page of MeterPay, navigate to Owner and hover over your scenario name, then click My Deployments. Then navigate to Billing Management on the left-hand side menu and My Tariffs on the middle menu. This is where you can create, manage and edit your tariffs. The free vent tariff is what will be applied to the meters upon installation and will allow electric to free flow through the meter without any top-ups being made. This tariff should never be edited as all new meters will be assigned this tariff in the beginning. The free vent landlord tariff is also useful if a tenant moves out or there is no one at the property but you still require electricity for viewings or refurbishments. To create a new tariff, head to the top of the screen and click Create New Tariff. Tariff name can be anything you wish, for example, Tariff 1. Top-up amounts will be the amount of credit the tenant can choose to add to the meter. We find it's common across landlords to set these amounts to 10, 20, 30, 50 and 100. Emergency credit is a credit that can be added to the meter once the normal credit is run out. This is used if there is any problem with the tenants making normal top-ups, for example if they have an issue with their payment card or if they have an issue accessing the internet at the point of time at which they need to top up. To activate emergency credit, please refer to the info sheet on our website, located on the secure product page for the info sheet on how to activate emergency credit. We will include a link in the description for this. Auxiliary charge is your daily standing charge. This will be stated on your energy bill and is a charge that will be taken off the meter once a day. For example, if you have £5 credit and your standing charge is 40p, once a day at a random point 40p will be removed from your credit, leaving you with £4.60. Electricity tariff is your rate per unit. This will also be stated on your energy bill. You must not charge more than what your energy provider is charging you, as it is illegal to make profit on electricity in the UK. Rate 1 is your rate per unit. Input accordingly. You can set up dual tariff to accommodate things like Economy 7. We have created a separate video for this to keep things simple. A link to the video for dual tariff can be in the description of this video or by clicking the card in the top right corner. If you do not wish to set up dual tariff, leave the rate 1 start time and rate 1 end time as standard. Do not change. Stripe payer fees. These are the small transaction fees that Stripe deduct per top-up. This is 1.9% plus 20 pence. This isn't deducted from the tenant but rather from the landlord's payout. This can be edited within your Stripe account. Debt recover is something that can be set on the specific meter to recover a debt that a specific tenant owes you. Most landlords do not set this within their tariff, and even if it is set at this stage, it won't affect your tariff in any way as debt is recovered via the consumer roll account, which we will touch on later. Press the green button, Submit. You have now successfully created a tariff. If you scroll down, you can view both the free then standard tariff and the new tariff you have just created. Part 5, My Deployments and Meters. On smart metering and My Deployments, you will be able to see your meter places and meters. Each meter place will tell you the address and postcode. Meter point is the meter name. You can change this to flat 1 or room 1, for example. The name can be changed by the grey Edit Meter Point box. Under the Smart Meter column will show the meter serial number and the meter model. We are using real data and a real scenario, so we'll blur these details out for data protection purposes. Under the tariff column, you can see what tariff is selected to each meter. You can create multiple tariffs and apply any tariff to any meter with full flexibility. If you hover over and click the grey Assign Alternative Tariff button, you can apply your set tariffs by clicking on the drop-down box and selecting the relevant tariff. Once you have selected the desired tariff, click Assign Selected Tariff to apply the tariff to the meter. The status column will advise the available credit, confirm whether the meter is supply electric or not, and advise the imported and exported kilowatt hours. It will also advise the communication status of the meter with details such as last communication time date, the network that the SIM card in the meter has latched onto, and the signal quality. Finally, the Actions column. This column features 5 different buttons. Refresh latest status, which just refreshes the meter and will update any credit that has been recently added. Show credits, which will take you to a separate page with a breakdown of all the credits that have been added to the meter. Show charts will also take you to a separate screen which has a line graph showing you the consumption, available credit and top-ups. Add credit is a button which allows you to add credit to the meter. This button exists for scenarios where the tenant is having trouble topping up due to issues on their side. Maybe they've lost their bank card, maybe their Wi-Fi is down and they can't get onto the internet to top up. They may call you up and request a landlord credit to be added onto the meter, which they pay you for at a later date. This is something you, the landlord, can personally settle with them. Maybe the tenant pays you in cash due to the prior reasons and you need to add credit to the meter. You would select this button and fill out the form accordingly. Once you have clicked on Add Credit, ensure the meter place, meter point and serial number are correct. Then insert the credit amount and a reference. Click Preview and then Submit. The landlord credit will not be charged to anyone's card but rather will be paid by the landlord on the end of the month electricity bill. Create Consumer Account. Allows you to create an account for your tenant in order for them to log in and view their meter details. Usually to top up, your tenant will just go to the home page. But with a consumer account consumer role, the tenant can actually log in and view their meter only. For reference, you can put their name or flat number. Then you need to fill in their email address in the relevant box. Once you click Create Consumer Account, your tenant will receive an email inviting them to MeterPay. Please ensure they check their junk folder. Part 6, How the tenant tops up. To top up the meter, simply go to www.meterpay.net and fill in the 2 boxes on the home screen, meter serial number, then installation postcode, and then add credit. The tenant will then choose from one of the top-up amounts that you created in your tariff and pay using their debit or credit card. There is also a 24/7 phone line available for top-ups, which is 01234 675 757.